This is SD-103. Approach to space dock. Over.
SD-103, you are clear to deliver.
Voyager aligned itself in proximity to Starbase 1. The massive 200-year-old floating white mushroom had a timeless, weightless presence as it orbited the planet. Constructed with vast interiors, the station allowed ships to berth, trade, and seek repairs. On rare occasions, if Utopia Planitia didn't have capacity, she gestated her own starships when provided with the raw materials. Starfleet Command used the base for cadet training and was designed as an auxiliary for Starfleet headquarters in case of disaster. Located deep inside the core of the station, beckoned Club 47, a landing point for Starfleet officers, travelers and civilians to spend time or rest between ship transfers. For those lucky to snag a table, Club 47 served more than just Synthiol. Besides obligations to Starfleet, traffic control functions, and leasing residential, office and warehouse spaces, Starbase 1 operated with the most extensive sensors and medical facilities in the Sol system, aside from Earth itself. Yet the USS Voyager required nothing of those exemplary services. She only steered in its presence, enabling the beaming of the final few souls on board. Voyager personnel could either arrange transport to another vessel in space dock or teleport to the planet. Transporter Room 1 started its last day of operation with Captain Janeway's decamping. 20 minutes passed when, with their collective baggage, a second departure stood on transporter beaming pads. Removed from the uniformity of wearing their jumpsuits, this group of now ex-Starfleet and ex-Maquis persons resembled a motley crew.
"Are you sure you won't come with us?"
asked Tabor. Anticipating a small protest, Chakotay replied,
"I have to stay here first."
"I suppose Dorvan 5 afterwards?"
"Yes, but this isn't goodbye."
Kenneth Dalby struck two fingers like a matchstick against the side of his head and pointed them at Chakotay.
"Affirmative. There'll be a bottle of Voyager Synthale waiting for you on Bajor."
"I'm glad you're all sticking together. It'll be easier sharing that drink."
"And my dishes,"
interjected Chell.
"You're really opening a restaurant on Deep Space Nine, hey Chell?"
Chakotay shook his head in acknowledgement.
Thank you, sir.
Smiled Mariah Henley. Chakotay raised his free arm and waved goodbye. His other arm cradled a mysterious dish presented as a going-away gift prepared by Chell. Mr. Michael Ayala, who bid farewell earlier, stood next to Chakotay. Michael smiled and nodded at his companions as Vorik initiated the beam-out. As Chakotay watched the last Maquis contingent leave, he remembered the souls he recruited, the people he fought alongside in the DMZ and those he commanded on a surrogate starship. Without the Delta Quadrant or a Federation court restraining them, everyone Chakotay knew went their separate ways. This man, with countless obligations, acted as an unofficial master of ceremony, catching the crew withdrawing from Voyager. Who performs this task with Catherine gone, he thought. Loyalty made sure not everyone experienced a lackluster exit. His continued presence enabled standing out amongst the relief crews from the USS Sovereign. Could these fresh-faced officers understand his personal duty? The sense of responsibility towards Catherine and Voyager mattered more. His friend's predicaments numbed Chakotay to anything Starfleet unleashed on him.
"Who's left from our side?"
Michael took a deep breath.
"Just B'Elanna and myself."
Vorik ran a transporter diagnostic, while the two men began their goodbyes.
"Mr. Paris will take care of our chief engineer."
"It's a shame we're parting ways like this."
"We knew there would be some repercussions upon our return."
Chakotay's friend frowned and lifted his brow.
"But at least you can be with your family. What will you do?"
"Not sure yet. Maybe write a book about my adventures."
"A paperback writer? Belmira and your boys will like that. Say hello to her for me. I'll visit for dinner."
"Extend my thanks to the captain. I didn't get a chance."
"She's in an awful place, but she'll pull through. She always has."
Chakotay held out his hand.
"But it has been an honor, Mr. Ayala."
The hug and shoulder slaps cemented the goodbye between the long-time compatriots. Michael Ayala walked slowly onto the raised platform as more Starfleet personnel entered the room. His age-old fabrics, the ones he arrived on Voyager with, contrasted against the muted, uniformed crew members. Ayala looked rough and tumble, exactly as he did when first beaming aboard 7 years ago. Chakotay asked Vorik if he could have the honor. Vorik hesitated,
Regulations stipulate no one other than Starfleet personnel should operate the transporter.
After citing official concerns, he said,
But I did log my ID into this console.
The young Vulcan stepped away from his assigned station, inspecting another terminal. Chakotay and those waiting on the pad smiled at the moment Vorik had enabled.
Make it home safe, everyone.
Several hopeful replies in unison echoed equally kind words.
You too, sir.
All the best,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
You too, sir.
Thank you, Commander.
Chakotay activated the console, sending everyone to their prescribed coordinates.